How do you sort out the so-called jargon from real-world practices that work? Do the members of your organization find some business or technology advice utterly confusing? Welcome to Real Talk with Sam Holcman. In this program, we set the record straight, and in terms that business people and technology people can understand. Now, here is your host, Sam Holcman.
Welcome to this edition of Real Talk. I'm Sam Holcman. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to start this particular broadcast with a question. Have you ever pondered the tangible accomplishments or real-world impact of individuals who showcase an extensive array of academic credentials, professional certifications, or honorific initials in their email signatures or business cards? When did they have time for some, quote, actual, tangible accomplishments? It gets you thinking. It gets you thinking to what we tend to refer to as certification-itis, especially when it comes to just passing multiple guess exams, as we like to say with a bit of humor. Yes, I myself have 3 university degrees. I'm saying that right up front. I don't put those on my signature line. As a matter of fact, I don't put anything on my signature line that has to do with these types of credentials. I believe that people look at my accomplishments through my actual tangible accomplishments and real-world impact that I'm making, not how many initials I have after my name. Now, for those of you that have a lot of initials after your name, I'm going to use this phrase that you possibly have heard before, but I really mean it. I'm not trying to suggest that you're not doing something good, but please don't think that putting all these initials after your name is what people can really look at and say, this person has real-world impact or tangible accomplishments. You've got to show people that stuff. And all of us have a certain number of brain cells. I don't know how many you have or I have. I don't know how many I have. I don't know how many are full. I don't know how much room I have left in this brain of mine. I don't know how many vacant slots I have. But I know one thing. I sure can't be good at everything. And that comes to, especially in our fields that we're familiar with, enterprise architecture and business architecture. There is no individual, let me repeat, there is no individual that I know, and please come forward, I'll be more than happy to take a look, that knows how to do enterprise architecture, business architecture, information architecture, data architecture, process architecture, application architecture, and I can go on. And I don't care how many initials you have after your name. You just can't be good at all that stuff. It's like a Swiss Army knife. If you've got a Swiss Army knife, or that analogy, you know what I'm talking about. A Swiss Army knife can do a lot of things marginally. A Swiss Army knife can't do anything exceptionally. And so we got to think about people with Swiss Army knife initials after their name. I would rather make sure that someone has a few credible, tangible, real-world accomplishments or impacts, and we'll put a team together to make all of it together work well. Just like when you're building a house. There's plumbers, electricians, heating, ventilation, air conditioning people, carpenters, structural people. All of those people together will build a good house. But a handyman can't do the same job. So think about this as you go forward. Move away from certification madness to certification leads you to tangible accomplishments and real-world impacts. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for tuning into Real Talk. Be sure to join your host, Sam Holcman, again for another edition of our program. We'll have more real topics of discussion then.